I have a picture on my wall from 1947. It was the annual conference for the churches in Alaska. It was the 60th anniversary celebration. And in that picture, in the front row, there's people like Penipchuk, Ganungnan, Awinona. These are the pastors, Kinnick. These are Alaska Native people who are serving as pastors, serving as missionaries to reach out to neighboring communities to spread the gospel and to plant churches. In the backdrop, behind those men, there's the president of the Covenant, Theodore Anderson, the founder of Covenant High School, Maynard Lomberg, and others. Is a beautiful picture of Alaska Native people in partnership with Swedish brothers and sisters. Well, that was in 1947. Generations have passed and come and gone, and today we find ourselves with a very real need to see that picture recaptured. I believe with all my heart that God calls and gives grace to people to be pastors and teachers and leaders wherever the gospel is at work from among those people. And so Western Alaska Ministry Training was an initiative that has been launched to spread seeds, to plant seeds, to train people, to offer training for pastoral ministry, as well as lay ministry training. The program that we have is designed to help meet the need by really providing access to people in Western Alaska for ministry training. What is unique about Western Alaska Ministry Training is that it's a school without walls. Our locations have been on the move, and we've been intentional to have the courses in the Norton Sound area, also in the Yukon-Kuskokwim River areas, and it allows the local churches to participate by being a host. And it's a great opportunity for the churches to have a sense of ownership in this training in that way. As well, it offers those who are not necessarily in pastoral ministry to get a taste of some good training and good learning opportunity, whether it's theology or history or Bible. So the local churches are benefiting greatly from us being on the move and having them host each of our classes.
This newest attempt to bring training to Western Alaska really started in a dream session that the executive committee of the Covenant Ministerium had. We had received a Lilly grant to do some dreaming about what new things might happen in the ministerium. And in one of the working groups, the idea that maybe theological education could be done in Western Alaska arose. We took it as an idea, developed a bit, brought it to the General Council of the Covenant Churches in Alaska. They endorsed it, and it developed then in a writing group and further discussions with the board of the Ordered Ministry. All those details coming together to produce something that has now been going on for 3 years. The structure of Western Alaska Ministry Training is essentially to do 2 strong intensives every year, one in the spring, one in the fall. And in these intensives, we both do preparatory work, there's readings and discussions, online work. Then the classes go for about a week, and then there's usually some follow-up in terms of writing. Currently, we are finishing a class here on preaching. Paul Koptek has come up from the seminary and is talking through the variety of presentations and the way to excellently bring God's Word.
That's something that I'm always working on.
The partnerships that have allowed this to really prosper in these last 2.5 years are, of course, the Ministerium, which has sponsored much of this. The partnership with the Evangelical Covenant Churches of Alaska, ECCAK, is critical for guiding and affirming what we do. The Board of the Ordered Ministry saying that graduates of this program are candidates for ordination, which is a brand new opportunity for us in Alaska, as well as North Park Seminary. North Park has provided seminary professors that have not only taught but also formed an informal academic cabinet that has helped guide us and helped us work through some of the intentional questions about how to do the mechanics of theological education, so that we end up in a place that really provides a well-rounded as well as culturally appropriate minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ. I think a little bit about the future, and we're about halfway through our program. We see that we can do what we need to do in about 5 years if a student really did all their work twice a year in these intensives. In 5 years, we should have several people that'll be ready to come before the board of the ordered ministry and apply for ordination, which will be something that we'll be very excited about. There is much thanks here up in Alaska, a sense of connectedness that we are in this together, that we aren't doing this by ourselves, or that we don't have to work hard at convincing others about the need, but instead have partners in Chicago, and particularly with the Ministerium of the Covenant, that care about and have brought encouragement, helped with financial scholarship work. It gives us a sense of connection that sometimes Alaskans don't have with what we call the lower 48. But we have it here in the Covenant. We have that sense that we are partners. And as we look to the future, the continued connection between the Ministerium of the Covenant and us here in Alaska, who are practitioners of our vocation, is something that we're really excited about continuing.
Before she could feed them, and before she could show them where they...
So it's a slow and steady process, because we offer one class per semester, if you will, in the fall and in the spring. But the beauty of it is that it's right here in the village. And the pace of life here in the village, we are accustomed to waiting. My saying that I like to say is that it takes time to dry fish. Dry fish is one of our staple foods, so it takes time. And so having the opportunity for people to be a part of a slow and steady and quality training is, I believe, a strategic and important part of encouraging our people and raising up leaders to serve the church as pastors, as teachers in this next generation. And so we're grateful. We're grateful for the encouragement that our denomination has given to us. We're grateful for the ministerium's support of this initiative and of this training. Alaska is a vast land. It's hard to imagine how much territory that we cover, and it's isolated. And so having a training that's right in our backyard is so valuable on account of those challenges.